it employed, hundreds of people at Selby. You see, in them days, when all the men went to work on bikes, on the walks, you see, and there was a Selby toll bridge, you see, and you used to charge an halfpenny to go over the bridge, you see. And you can just imagine what it was like. And they had a big steam buzzer on the at the mill, like at 12 o'clock, and all the bikes used to come hurtling out Barby Road, hundreds of bikes going.
And everybody got out the road.
Oh, and then used to, and the bloke used to be there to get the but they always used to ride by him, you know, so and used to dash home for an hour for dinner, see, and then they used to ride back on the bikes, get to work, and at 1 o'clock the buzzer used to blow again, you see. Well, if you was late, you used to put of an hour pay. So if you didn't clock in before 1 o'clock, you lose a quarter of an hour pay, you see. And of course, we was on the barges running down the river, and the biggest part of the men on the barges was from Hull and Gould. See, there was very few of them from Selby, like, you know. And all these barges that carried about 225 ton maximum load, you see, and they used to loading on the docks at Hull, you see. The big steamers used to come into Hull, you see, and they used to all moor stern to the wall. They didn't moor alongside the quay. They moved stern to the wall, you see, so that they didn't have to pay the dock company to use their cranes.
Right, okay.
They used to use the derricks off the ship. No, the derricks off the ship, and with them all being steamship, they had steam winches, you see.
Yeah. Right.
They used to heave the cargo out the ship's hold, and then they used to have what you call a temporary derrick. They used to heave the cargo out of the ship's hold, drop them on the deck, and then a temporary derrick used to lift them up and drop them on a gantry. That's the side of the ship.
Yeah.
And the barges were alongside like this, you see. And then they used to drop the bags here, and they had chutes down, they used to rip and tip the seed into the barges, you see. And that's how you used to carry about 225 ton. And then they used to, and you leave next morning, say you got loaded today, and the tide was early morning. Well, what you do, you go to the lock in the early hours of morning, and when the lock keeper opened the lock, you used to have, because you'd no engines, you see, everything was done with the boat hook, shoving, or you had a warping line, and you used to heave the 200 ton barge into the lock. And there wasn't only you, there was loads more barges. There was going to Leeds, there was going to Gainsborough, there was going to Nottingham, and they all used to get in the dock, you see, lock. And then when it was penning time, they used to load up, shut the gates, lower down, so you were level with the river outside. And then the steam tugs used to be waiting outside, and they used to back into the lock, throw you an heaving line, and you used to tow with a 10-inch tow rope, say, 120 foot 10-inch tow rope, and he used to pull it aboard the tug, hang it on the towing hook, one on the starboard hook, another one on the port hook, because you had two barges on the starboard hook, two barges on your port hook, you see, and then you'd steam. And then you used to steer with a tiller all the way from Hull to Selby with a big tiller. Can you just imagine today, can you imagine the people today, these young fellas, shoving it a tiller, steering a 220 ton barge all the way from Hull to Selby. And if there was a westerly wind, you used to have sea boots on and oilskins, and used to fasten everything down, because they used to load in them, you see. When there was paid by thirds, the more tonnage you got in, the captain had to pay the mate out of his third share.
Right.
Understand what I mean? So the more cargo we got in, so you'd end up with about that much freeboard on the side of the barge, you see. Not like they are today, a barge over that much free. They used to have about that much freeboard, you see. But when it was a westerly gale, you can just imagine what it was like out there. The water was up to here when you were steering with the tiller, and you used to fasten the cabin shut so the water wouldn't go down the cabin, and everything was fastened up, you know. And then you'd be steering away, you know, blind, but it cold and all, it used to be murder. And the water was washing all over the deck, it was steering, because you had to keep the barges apart. If you could just imagine, there's the tug, and you got a barge on the starboard hook and a barge on your port hook, and then two barges behind with 100 foot of rope out, you see. Yeah. And that's how it was. And then And then fireman that took loads of coal on the tug, and then he couldn't see for smoke coming out the chimney, you know. And then you were steering down below and you were frozen stiff. And then you'd suddenly see a movement in the cabin, and you knew that the skipper then was getting his coat on and his rubber boots and all that. And you'd come up the hatchway like, and then, all right, boys, and you'd go down below, and you used to have hot ache, your hands used to be that cold, you know. You just got to get the fire and try to get warm. By the time you get warm and a bit of something to eat, the old skipper would be saying, hey, and it's time you got yourself a pee, you know what I mean, maybe now half an hour. Yeah, then when he got to Selby, see, when he got to Selby, to get through the toll bridge, you had to single them out, because the toll bridge wasn't wide enough to get 2 barges. Well, so when you get to where the new bridge is now, what we used to call Willertree Rack, you had to single them out, you see. And they used to knock the towing rope off the port side rope, and then it'd go ahead like that, and then this barge would hang on to the last barge on the starboard thing, and then he would blow a long blast and 6 short blasts on his buzzer for the toll bridge, you see.
Yeah.
And on the railway bridge there were some what you call spectacles, like that, like 2 spectacles, you see. And when the spectacles used to drop down like that, you knew that you were going to swing the railway bridge and the toll bridge together. And then you give one long blast then, and then you went through the toll bridge, you say, steam through. And when you got through the bridge and round the corner, you used to knock you off the hook then, you see. And then to turn them round, you just imagine a dumb barge, you had to turn them round and run them up the bank to spin them round, you see.
Yeah. And
then the two would leave it, then he'd go back through the bridges and used to moor at a jetty in Osgood, because he was, the following morning he was taking a load more empty barges down to Hull, you see. And that's how there was. They used to come up one day and down next morning. Up next, God knows how many ships there. And do you know how much were you? I'm talking about the 1930s, like 1936 time. Do you know how much we got for working on Sunday, taking a barge down to Hull?
No.
£1.
£1.
£1 that was Sunday pay, you know, taking a barge all the way down from.
Was that good in those days?
Yeah, yeah. That was a lot of money. Got £1 in your pocket. I mean, a pint of beer was less than £1, wasn't it?
That's the key thing then, isn't it?
I mean, nowadays, look at it, it's what, £2 for a pint. That was your Sunday, more than your Sunday money going for a pint of beer. This is Selby, and the bargeman who works on the river, and my name is Laurie Dews.